BTS News Today. Incheon International Airport once again became the stage for a real-life spectacle that reaffirmed how the name BTS, especially Jungkook, never loses its power to shake the world. Since the early morning, thousands of armies had already filled the international arrivals gate, carrying posters, cameras, light sticks, and smiles mixed with tears of joy. They knew today was the long-awaited homecoming of Jungkook after his overseas promotions that had been carefully kept secret and surrounded by endless speculation. Yet, behind the thunderous cheers and overwhelming excitement, one big question cast a mysterious shadow. Where was Jimin? Jungkook first appeared at 7:42 a.m. local time, when the automatic doors slid open and the golden magne emerged with a look both simple and stylish. He wore a plain white t-shirt layered under a loose black jacket, dark blue denim jeans, and a mask that hid half his face. But his eyes, the eyes army often call eyes full of stories, shone clearly, a mix of exhaustion and relief. The cheers immediately erupted, transforming the usually busy airport into a sea of voices chanting a single name, Jungkook. Camera flashes burst like falling stars in the night sky, and within seconds, photos of his arrival had flooded social media, instantly climbing to the top of global trending topics. Jungkook smiled faintly beneath his mask and waved. He paused briefly, bowing in respect to fans and media, a gesture he never fails to maintain despite his packed schedules. Still, something felt different this time. Usually, during international promotions or returns, Jungkook was not alone. There were countless moments when he walked side by side with Jimin, the two sharing small jokes, glances, or simply guarding each other in the chaos. Those moments had always been highlights Army looked forward to. But today, there was only Jungkook. Jimin's presence was nowhere to be found, as if his shadow had disappeared behind the scenes. Media outlets quickly picked up on this, and reporters tried shouting questions amid the noise. "Didn't Jimin return with you, Jungkook?" one journalist called out. Jungkook, however, only responded with a faint smile and no answer. He continued walking briskly, flanked tightly by security staff. That brief silence fueled even greater speculation, because ambiguity has always been the perfect fuel for public curiosity. Army around the world flooded Twitter, Weverse, and TikTok with the same pressing question: why did only Jungkook appear? Where was Jimin? Theories multiplied within minutes. Some speculated that Jimin still had separate schedules overseas, perhaps a magazine photo shoot or a secret meeting with a high-end fashion brand. Others guessed he deliberately chose to return via a different route to avoid large crowds, something BTS members had done before for safety and health reasons. But the most widely discussed theory carried an emotional weight. Could something have happened between Jungkook and Jimin, explaining why they didn't return together? That question split Army into endless debates, thickening the cloud of mystery. Meanwhile, Jungkook seemed to put on a brave face. Though his steps were steady, his gaze briefly looked empty when he paused at the exit. Some fans closest to him swore they saw his eyes glisten, as if he was holding back words left unsaid. That scene immediately went viral under headlines like, "Did Jungkook almost cry at the airport?" and "A hidden message in Jungkook's gaze this morning." Even more striking were the photo comparisons. Armies began uploading old pictures of Jungkook and Jimin returning together in past years, moments filled with protectiveness, as if two souls moved within one body. The stark contrast to today, where Jungkook stood completely alone, deepened the sense of loss. Industry insiders quickly added to the storm. One claimed that Jimin had an unexpected engagement with a global perfume brand, forcing him to extend his stay abroad. Another, however, suggested Jimin had already returned to Korea the day before via a private VIP route hidden from the press. If that were true, then why was he not with Jungkook today? And why had HYB, their agency, stayed completely silent?